Hello, namaste friends. I am Dr. Shabir Parmar, working as an assistant professor of English at Government Arts and Commerce College, Okha Mandal, Gujarat. Friends, in this video lecture, I am going to discuss one of the famous poems of William Shakespeare, that is sonnet number 29. Yes, friends, this sonnet is really very popular. It has a very deep meaning. So, without wasting much time, we will try to see what the sonnet number 29 is about. Friends, all of you are aware that William Shakespeare is regarded as the greatest dramatist of the world. So, let us have a small introduction of William Shakespeare. As you know that he is poet, writer and also an actor. He was born on 26 April 1564 and famously known as the Bard of Avon. Interestingly, Shakespeare wrote around 38 plays, that is a drama, well-known plays like Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, King Lear and many more. He wrote 154 sonnets. Yes, so in his lifetime, in his literary career, he contributed 154 sonnets and two long narrative poems. And William Shakespeare, from all the disciplines, we know that Shakespeare has contributed in the field of literature, and because he has a great human value, great, we can say, understanding of human nature, so that is what is reflected in his writing. Now, what is Shakespearean sonnet? You know that sonnet is a form of lyric poem. Yes, it is a short poem, and Shakespearean sonnet, basically they are divided in different groups. So the sonnet number from 1 to 126, and that is called as the fair youth sonnets. This sonnet addresses to a young man who is socially superior, more superior than the speaker. So this 126 sonnet is that one part. Second, sonnets, they are like the dark lady sonnets, they are generally called, from 127 to 152 sonnets. These sonnets address to a woman who is so called dark lady of Shakespearean legend. So we don't know who is she, but we see that these sonnets are addressed to a lady. And last two sonnets, they are known as a Greek sonnets. Shakespearean sonnets, they have structure. In English, sonnet began in Italy, and there we know that Petrarch is a writer who started writing sonnets, and then it came to the English language, and Shakespeare made it popular. The sonnet is a form which has 14 lines, and Shakespearean sonnets, they are divided in three quatrains. That means the stanza of 4 lines. So there are three stanzas of 4 lines, and last 2 lines couplet, and the rhyme scheme is A B A B C D C D E F E F G G. So this is the structure of Shakespearean sonnet. Now here sonnet number 29, you can see here on the screen that this sonnet has 3 quatrains and 1 couplet, and that is how it is divided. Now let us discuss the sonnet. We see the first stanza, and it is as it starts like, when in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate. So friends, this sonnet has a very deep understanding of human psyche, And you can see in the very first stanza the poet addresses one issue, and that is of the mental condition of a person. Here the speaker's own mental condition is reflected, and he feels that disgrace, that is a shame or dishonor, because his fortune he feels that is not good in others eye eyes, and therefore he feels that he is lonely and he is outcast. That means he is not a part, he thinks that he is not a part of the society, or the society has not given proper state, and therefore leave heaven, that is even his bootless cries, that is complaints, they are not even, God is also not listening his complaints, and look upon myself and curse my fate. So in the first stanza you can see the person here, the speaker, is not happy. He is not happy because he thinks that he is rejected by the society. The society is not considering the speaker, and therefore he is all alone. He weeps, and therefore the God, even the God is not listening his complaints. Now you can see in the next stanza, and here the poet compares himself with others. So again it is a very mental condition of a person, that first you feel whenever there is a problem in a life, whenever there is some bad situations in the life, what we do, we always feel that I am alone, nobody is listening me, nobody is giving me attention, and therefore what we do, we compare ourselves with others. So wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I almost enjoy, contented list. So here the comparison is there, and what the comparison is, that the person is comparing that he has not good personality, he has not good friend circle, he is not having good skills, art, and in fact he has nothing good with him, and therefore poet is not happy. So in this two stanza you can see that first stanza reflects poet's own mental condition, where he feels that he is not he is alone, and he is not having any support from the society. And in the second stanza you can see the poet is comparing himself with others. Now the last stanza is, it is very interesting. Here we can see there is a change, and this change is reflected in these lines, that yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haptily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. So here you can see there is some kinds of transformation. So there is a change of mood. So now poet, the speaker, accepts his conditions. He he says that yes, there is a problem in the life. There is a problem where you feel you are alone. Nobody is listening to you. Your even all the bootless cries is not listening. Even God is not listening. After comparison, what happened, we compare with ourselves with others, that what others have, others have good personality, clothes, money, richness, everything, and poet feels that he has nothing. But here you can see that he is accepting the life, because life is not like what you think. Life has its own rules, life has its own understanding, and one has to follow it. So like there is a description, there is a mention of lark bird. So the bird is symbol of, we can say that, one kind of new beginning. After the night, the bird lark rises, and the bird is having so much high speed, and he goes to the high and high above the sky. So poet compares himself with the bird, and the poet feels that he will not feel bad because everything, this is what the life is, and therefore I will choose my fate. I will try to be something out of nothing. So this third stanza is very interesting, and here there is a change in the life, or there is a change in the mood. And in the final stanza, you can see that, for thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. So here is the answer of all compares, all the questions. Why to compare? Why to be unhappy? Because this is the life the God has given. The life the God has given you everything. The God has given you all the nature, the beauty, everything, but it has so many hurdles, and the person who becomes successful, that person has to pass all these hurdles. So here, poet does not want to be like a king, and he don't want to be rich, wealthy, because he wants to enjoy each and every moment of life. He want to enjoy the diversity of life, because if the life is very smooth, if the life is having no problems, so it becomes tasteless. Like, there is a test. If you want to test in the life, test in a sense that if you want to enjoy each and every moment, so you have to accept the reality. So this is what about sonnet number 29. It is very interesting. This sonnet gives the paint picture of our mind. Every individual feels lonely. Every individual feels that he is not getting proper attention from the society. He feels that he has nothing like what others have. But finally, you don't have to just be there, and you don't have to just remain passive. You have to accept the life. You have to enjoy the each and every moment of the life, because tears and smile, this both are very important in our lives, and therefore the poet accepts the reality. And here you can see that beautifully Shakespeare conveys the message, and that message is that life is full of diversity, life is full of variety, and you should follow all these moments with a pleasant mind. So this is a short analysis of William Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. I hope that this lecture might be useful to all of you. There can be some other interpretations, understanding, but basically we just want to understand what the poem is all about. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you so much.